they kind of do the same thing. And it's like if you've seen it once, you've seen it all. So I just feel like me having all the experience that I do have, and me being able to see all of the offenses and blocking schemes that I have seen, me getting with some NFL coaches and then getting with analysts and veterans, I feel like with my experience, their experience, and everything they're going to teach me, I just feel like, it's a lot that I've covered, and it's going to make it easy to transition in.
Any particular players you watch in the NFL you kind of want a game after?
I love Fletcher Cox. I love his game. One thing that does it for me is his hand placement. It's very rare that you see his hands out of position, and that's one thing that I really want to key in on the next level, is making sure my hand placement is impeccable like his. I feel like we kind of share some qualities, kind of the same size and whatnot, but just watching him forever, man, he's a beast.
Darrion, I thought I read that you were a honor roll athlete. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The academics, did that come easy for you? Did you have to work on it? And where does that emphasis come from? Is it family? Or did you impose it on yourself?
My mama don't play. My mama don't play. It's been something that she's implemented in us throughout the course of my whole life. In her eyes, C's wasn't passing. So it was challenging for us because we wanted to play me and my brother and my sister. We all wanted to play multiple sports. We were very extracurricular kids. We was in choir. Little cliques after school. So we had a lot of extracurricular activities, and my mom was like, "Grades come first." And it was funny because prior to coming into college, I told my mom, I was like, "I'm gonna be 3 and out. I'm 3 and out." And she was like, "Not without a degree." So it was a promise that I made my mom. I was like, I'll make sure I get my degree first. And just throughout the course of college, I've learned to love learning, and it's always good to obtain knowledge. So I kind of, her motivation, and I kind of put it in within myself that I wanted to be good at anything that I did, and academics is one of those things that I had to do, so I wanted to be good at it.
Darrion, as far as athletics, at what point did you realize, all right, college football could be a realistic thing, and then at what point did you realize the NFL could be a real thing?
My father told me at a young age. He told me at a young age. I remember I didn't want to play football at first. Starting out, I was a soccer star. I love soccer. Soccer was my sport. It didn't take until my pops took the shoulder pads and helmet off of my back and put it on my brother, and I saw my brother going to work, that I was like, nah, I gotta do this. So I'm gonna say when I really started enjoying playing football, like in Pee Wee, I talked to my pops. He was like, you got a potential to be better than I was and to make it to the levels that I haven't made. He was like, you just gotta put in the work, you gotta do it. So I'm gonna say it wasn't until my sophomore year in high school. I was the youngest dude on the varsity team. Like all the older guys called me Big Baby. I was big as a sophomore, and there's a lot of those older guys in the class of 2013. When I was at Red Oak High School, they were just telling me like, man, Darrion, you can be something special. You just gotta keep working, And then it wasn't until I got to Bishop Dunn where scholarships started coming in that I thought like, I knew I was like, I got the opportunity. And then I got to college. I want to say it was going into my junior year where I actually thought it clicked in my head that I could play at the next level. I remember I was talking to Coach Glass, and he was just saying he's seen a lot of guys like me before. He was like, a lot of guys like me that have long careers in the NFL. And he was just saying, if I keep my nose clean, I keep working hard, I can achieve anything that I want to achieve. And then, once you get that hope in yourself, it's like there's no turning back, and it's like there's no doubt in my mind that I can play at this level, and not just play at the level, but be a dominant factor.
Darrion, how do you feel about the experience of going to Nebraska?
I loved it. I loved my experience. I felt like it taught me how to be a professional. Being with a lot of Coach Frost's system is really laid back. He's not really. They don't hold your hand through everything, and they tell you where you need to be, and you got to be there. And I've always had that I've always had that mindset to always be there on time and be there. If you're on time, you're late. So it just taught me how to be a professional about everything. The way I talk to my coaches, I feel like playing in Nebraska, I've learned how to communicate to my coaches, how to coach me, and also where I'm lacking and what I need help on. So I feel like that helped me out a lot.
Darrion, have you had any meetings with the Atlanta Falcons so far?
Can you give me okay taking a check?
Go ahead and check.
I got to take tabs real quick.
Meticulous man here.
I have. Yeah, first day I got here.
Do you remember anything about that conversation?
You know what? Yeah, I do. It wasn't an interview. It was more like a conversation. You know, I was, and I kind of enjoy those a lot more. He wasn't really grilling me on questions. Just kind of filling me out. You know, asking kind of some of the same questions you guys asked me.
Who's the best player going back to Nebraska next year that we're not talking about right now, but a year from now we're all going to be talking about?
Wandale Robinson.
All right, why is that?
Have you seen him?
Not yet. That's why I'm asking.
Hey,
about.
if you just turn on any game, you'll see him.
Okay.
You'll see him. That man, he has speed and he has a passion for the game. He's only a true freshman.
Okay.
True freshman, man. He's like, it's funny, cause like you would think that how he run the ball, he's been doing this majority of his life, and it's like he's just getting started. He hadn't been in the program too long. He's gonna get stronger. He's gonna get faster. Coach is gonna find ways to put him in positions to throw defenses off balance. So I feel like he's gonna be a huge problem. Next year, y'all gonna hear his name a lot.
Was there a moment where you kind of like, oh shit, like this guy's got it moving forward?
Man, yeah, it was one play. I forget what team, but I remember Adrian got the snap, turned, handed him the ball. Defensive end came like untouched. I think he like came off the edge, came untouched. Wandale shook him before he even had the ball in his hand. And you can ask me and the twins, we were sitting there, we was like, what? Oh. And it was just crazy because like the minute he did that, it was early on in the season. The minute he did that, I was like, that's the one. That's the one.
Who is the toughest, not the most talented, not the guy that's going to get drafted high, but the toughest guy you saw in a game this year?
Toughest guy I saw in a game this year? In regards to what?
An opponent, like just like the toughest, nastiest guy inside that you're like, man, this guy's giving me everything I can handle.
Well, I'm not going to say it was against me, but the toughest dude that I've seen, like on the field, is Carlos Davis.
Okay.
He don't care. Man, I've seen him come to the sideline like, my shoulder hurt. I'm like, you good? Yeah. Let's go. I'm like, you sure you good? And I've seen him like in plays where he's been like, he's taking 2-3 dudes, and he like, if I ain't making the play, y'all ain't finna block nobody else and just take everybody to the ground. You feel me? So Carlos is one of those guys where like he get the job done. He grimy. He don't care. He don't care, man. If our coach, I feel like that black shirt mentality, man, like playing next to him and his brother, it really put things in perspective for me. Like how you gotta be kind of crazy to play the position, and them boys they do it. You know, some tough man.
Thanks.